Hi guys, Going Green Mom here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about something I have done over the years that I didn't really know or understand why it was helpful, but I think has really helped keep the mast cell issues at bay to some degree. Now, keep in mind, I have dealt with vertigo off and on since I was a teenager, which is a histamine reaction at times. Um, and so one of the, aside from the supplements and things that you guys know I take, I have also reduced the amount of chemical exposure. Um, Back around the time I was pregnant and had my daughter, I started having lots of reactions to artificial fragrances. Really not good because I had a small candle business with a soy candle business with my mom. But um, it was just one of those things that happened, and so I reduced the fragrances in my house. Um, and back then, do realize it's one of those things that when you go from lots of fragrances and candles and things to no fragrances in your house, it can be a bit overwhelming or underwhelming. I don't. You notice that there is no fragrance anymore. Um, since then, I have found I can use essential oils, but I don't actually use them in cleaning. And today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was what I use for cleaning. So I am going to start with this one. It is vinegar. It's just a 5% dilution, I guess you could say. It's the standard vinegar you buy at the store, not the more expensive cleaning version that's 6%. I don't dilute it once I get it home. Some people do. I do actually react to vinegar now, so I no longer use it in spray bottles like this. I pretty much strictly use it for my laundry and I pour it in. So there's not splashing. I do have it on my skin some, but it's in very diluted fashion at that point because it's in a bunch of water. Um, you'll you'll see how that all works next week. I'm going to do a video about how I do laundry right now. So anyway, to pair with the vinegar, another thing is baking soda. Um, I I don't really use recipes. I know a lot of people will mix this and that and form this paste. That's a lot of work. So my way of doing it, I'll take whatever I'm using to clean rag-wise. I'll get it wet. I'll put some vinegar on it, possibly. I'll dump some baking soda on and use it to scrub whatever sticky residue or whatever needed to be a little bit more of, and it's a non-abrasive abrasive, I guess. It's not going to scratch your surfaces. So that's one reason I like baking soda. If you need a little bit more scrubbing action like that, you've got to be careful with it because it will scratch, but you can also add a little bit of salt to that. So I also use Castile Soap. This has replaced like our hand soaps, and I will use this for dishes and stuff as well. But there are lots of different dilutions. I don't know if you guys can see all the writing on this label. There are probably hundreds. This is the 18-in-1 hemp unscented baby mild. So it does have a couple other things in it. I normally just get whatever unscented option is available. But I have also tried the peppermint, which is scented I think all of the Dr. Bronner's is scented naturally, but there are several different scents, and you can, if you have reactions to certain oils, they have different oils that it can be made with as well. So, like for hand soap, I just use about 1 part soap and fill up the rest of the container, which would be about 8 parts water. I just fill it up out of the tap. I should probably use distilled water because we do have hard water, but I don't. And it hasn't been a problem. If you have an issue with the foaming dispensers clogging on you, you can find a tutorial on how to clean them over at Humorous Homemaking. I think that's on her Instagram page, not her YouTube, but she may have done it both. I also use hydrogen peroxide. We have 2 cats that have claws. And so we do have instances where we wind up with blood running because they forgot to pull their claws in and landed wrong and that kind of thing. So I do keep hydrogen peroxide around. Honestly, I just keep it back with the first aid kit, but it works really well for getting blood stains out of clothes or whatever you use to stop the blood. That was handy. I also don't buy this style bottle typically. I bought it once and I just refill it out of a bigger bottle to help bring costs down. Now, these are both actually alcohol right now. And I have a kid that likes to peel labels. So alcohol is not something I had actually typically used a whole lot, but with the current crud going around, this is one I have added to the repertoire. I just, high touch surfaces and that sort of thing. Incidentally, it also gets rid of ink. Like if you spray this on a bottle that has like an expiration date or something, it will just kind of run right off. So be careful with that if you need the date, but if you have containers you're trying to clean to reuse, that's a good option. One thing I have added this year is Norwex. They are a microfiber cloth, but they have something called backlock in them. And that is actually, it's like a silver fiber that will kill bacteria and things that are trapped in the cloth. So I'm not a sales rep for Norwex. If you need somebody, let me know. I can get you in touch with them. It is kind of expensive, but they are worth their weight in gold because you really just need water with these. So, you know, I'll be able to use my Norwex for years to come and not actually buy anything, and they still are wonderful for cleaning. So, that really pretty well takes care of most of it. One thing I have learned over the years that I learned from my dad, oil cuts grease. So if you have a situation where you're trying to clean like a greasy old vent hood or something, mix equal parts vinegar and oil, and it will spray it on, leave it set for a minute, wipe it off. It will come right off because the oil cuts the grease and then the vinegar cuts the oil. So that's kind of my one thing that I will mix up as needed. And honestly, you could probably just put straight oil and then spray vinegar on it if you need to. I just don't spray vinegar anymore because of the histamine issues. So I will see you guys next Tuesday or Wednesday for a video on what I do for laundry. And then I will see you back here for teriyaki chicken on Friday. Have a great day.